The gold silver ratio has gotten pretty high, and I think it's time. I think I want to actually trade some gold for silver. Can we do it today?
We can do it.
Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
Hey, if you don't mind, I'm going to keep restocking. I bought a bunch of supplies I want to restock, but I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel and for everyone who views these videos. And, you know, if you would help the channel grow, remember to hit subscribe. We're at, I think, what's 341,000 this morning?
341. The goal's 500.
I think we can do it, especially a lot of you are enjoying the videos, but for whatever reason haven't hit subscribe, and we would sure appreciate it. I thank you in advance so much.
Harry, what's going on with gold? It almost hit $3,500 last night.
Yeah, if you were like me and couldn't sleep very well, you saw that it was at $34.99.70 in the middle of the night. It has pulled back some, but we're still hanging in there well above $3,400. I think what's going on is reaction to the tariffs and the fear that goes along with uncertainty, and the fact that the dollar is weaker than it has been in the recent past. All those things are playing into the rush towards gold. Look at that number.
Yeah, let me try and zoom in on that. Look at that. $34.99.70
in the night, 30 cents off of $3,500.
Do you think traders have a thing set up to where it automatically sells when it gets close to that number?
I think so. You see that in the stock and bond market, so why not in the gold COMEX? I think you see people have automatic trades. Something scared them off 30 cents from 3,500, but I was going to say inching up, but it's actually pedal to the metal, because 2 weeks ago it was a couple $100 less than this. What was it, 31 something?
Yeah, 31 something, and now we're touching 3,500. I mean, that is just, it's amazing if you really think about it.
Well, and the interesting thing to me is gold is taken off, but silver is kind of just...
It's doing what silver does. I mean, it hangs out for a little bit, it coils, and then it takes off. It's up. I mean, it's almost $33 an ounce. And, you know, silver is a very volatile metal. So it does take it a little while to get going, kind of like we've seen in the past.
But it's not exactly moribund, because silver is double what it was at the height of COVID. I mean, the other thing is, we were talking about this, Silver Dragons, is I don't believe silver and gold are joined at the hip. Gold is considered currency by national banks, by private banks, historically by just the average people, whereas silver is really quite a bit much more of an industrial metal, so it's driven by demand and supply. Now, on the local level, we see lots and lots of silver sold in a shop like ours. However, in the bigger scheme of things, I don't think central banks are buying it. I don't think private banks are buying it the way they're buying gold. So there's the micro and the macro. In the micro sense, we sell a lot of silver, but in the world view, gold is still king. But at $32, almost $33 an ounce, we're not talking about a metal doing poorly. They're not really connected. You know, not every movement of gold or silver is related to the other. I mean, look right now. I mean, just watching in real time. Silver's up almost 1%. Gold's down a little bit, 40 cents. I mean, they're not connected.
But people do think of them that way. I mean, it's always gold and silver, silver and gold, right?
It is. I mean, it's in our consciousness that they are connected, but they're not, you know, economically connected. They're used for different purposes, and you can see that, but they don't track exactly together. What's interesting to me is that the ratio, the math becomes rather easy at these numbers. I mean, it's over 100 to 1.
So Harry, do you think that gold is taking off mostly because the banks are buying it up, and silver, platinum, the other metals, because those aren't being bought by central banks, they're kind of just staying flat for the moment?
Well, I don't know that they're staying flat. Platinum continues to languish in the 900s. Silver, though, has been inching up, but again, Gold is being used as a reserve currency, whereas silver and platinum, palladium, even rhodium have industrial and uses in jewelry, things that are practical. Gold, while is jewelry, the vast majority of it is just being stockpiled by central banks, private banks, and individuals.
Piggybacking on what Harry's saying, I mean, if you really look and see that what banks and big institutions are doing, they're buying gold. It's like, it makes you think, maybe I should be doing some of that too, because it's a way to protect your money, whereas silver is more of an industrial metal, like Harry was saying. And I feel like that kind of goes more with commerce and what companies are using it for and the needs for it, where gold is more of insurance for your money as well.
Yeah, gold has definitely been outperforming silver. We see that with the ratio continuing to go up.
Yes.
It's at like 105 to 1 or something obscene today. When I see the ratio going up, though, it just makes me think, man, silver has got to go at some point.
Yeah, so I mean, going with what you're saying, it's telling us that silver is undervalued. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the price of silver, because like I said before, silver seems to be coiling, and when it takes off. It'll jump, a few dollars in a day when it does.
See, I have a longer perspective than you guys, being quite a bit older than you. I can put my finger over the threes and easily remember when gold was 400 some an ounce and silver was 281 easily.
Oh,
I remember
man.
those days. The bigger point I'm trying to make is that if you just take enough time to let your investment grow, this is what I've seen.
Let's take a look at the case here. I can see we've got a bunch of constitutional silver in stock. Harry, would you say most people that come into the shop who are wanting to purchase precious metals are looking to buy silver right now?
Buy silver and sell gold.
Really?
Because we're looking at a record high the last several days, every day, of gold, and therefore people are either selling their gold for cash or trading it for silver. Lots of that going on. We're selling a lot too, but selling a lot more silver, buying a lot more gold.
Yeah, I think now is a good time to buy silver. I mean, I always look at the ratio. That's my strategy, my plan. I know some people don't care about it, but I just think it points to silver being a better value right now.
Well, I've made this point over and over. You can buy gold today at an all-time high, or you can buy silver at about 60% of its all-time high. If you're an astute shopper, which one makes more sense?
So if I was wanting to buy some silver today, what do you think would be the best thing to pick up?
Well, as always, you get the most silver for your money with silver rounds, particularly our favorite, which are buffalo rounds. But maples are still a great buy as an in-between, because maples are a government ounce, and yet it's only $1 more than a silver round and $2 less here anyway than an eagle.
Yeah.
So either maples or buffalo rounds are an excellent buy.
The gold-silver ratio has gotten pretty high, and I think it's time. I think I want to actually trade some gold for silver. Can we do it today?
We can do it. We do it every day, and we'll do it for you.
All right. Well, I've got an American Gold Eagle here, and I do want to get the Buffalo Silver rounds.
Okay?
Let's see how many I can get, huh?
Absolutely. Currently, let's take a look at the buy and sell prices of both metals. So currently, we're buying 1 ounce American Buffaloes or Gold Eagles at 99% of spot. However, because you're going to do a double-ended transaction with us, I'll give you spot for the Gold Eagle if that works for you.
Sure.
And then we'll go see how many ounces of silver that gets you.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm actually noticing you've got a few different Buffalo designs. Does it matter who makes the round?
Only if it matters to you. There are many private refiners that make Buffalo rounds because of their popularity. We tend to buy 1 or 2 different brands just because they're favorites of our customers, but a lot of it comes in over the counter. So when you see, 6 or 7 varieties, it's because that's what's come in. But if you want all one brand, we can certainly do that for you.
Okay.
You want it to be consistent.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, let's do the math. I mean, gold's at what, 34.14 right now?
34.14, and we'll divide it by our current price is what, Adrian, per round?
34.
34.
This is going to be easy math.
100.41 rounds, call it 101. I like rounding up.
Okay.
So 101
fan of
rounds.
that. 101 rounds. Let's do it.
If you pull out 1, I'll get the 100.
Perfect.
Here it is.
This is unbelievable. I mean, over 100 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold, Adrian.
Yeah, seems like a good deal, but it's like
Hard to know.
yeah, hard to know.
But if I hold on to this for like, let's say 3 months, 6 months, a year, 10 years, at some point, the gold silver ratio is going to come down and I could just trade it back for gold. Hopefully I can get 2 ounces of gold.
Well, it can go down, but it can also go up.
Yeah.
You know, I think what might be an interesting thing to do is to revisit this transaction sometime in the future, maybe a few months out, and update the subscribers as to what happened. Was it a good move? Was it a boneheaded move?
Well, yeah, I mean, if the ratio continues to go up, then it might look foolish, but at some point, I think it's going to go down and it will be in my favor. So we just got to wait.
If the ratio goes way down, perhaps we can turn the silver back into gold for, I don't know what the denominations would be, at least 1 ounce, maybe 1.25, 1.5, who knows?
Hey, I mean, anything more than an ounce is going to be a win, I think.
But working the ratio is interesting, and doing this live rather than just chit chat about it is kind of interesting.
Yeah, so let's see what we got here. So we got tubes of 20, so I'm going to get 5 tubes. Look at this.
That's the one.
Yeah, plus 1 more. So a total of 101 ounces of silver.
Look what that ratio does. Look at all that silver. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just give a true visual of what's going on here.
Oh my gosh.
Look at all that metal for an ounce of gold.
I mean, it's kind of sad to be giving up the 1 ounce of gold, but there's always more.
But what if that 1 ounce turns into, 1 1/10 or 1 1/4 or who knows what?
That's the whole idea. If I can multiply it, I don't even have to put in any more capital. We're just trading back and forth. So hopefully it works out.
If you want to revisit the distant past with me, my first job in a coin shop, I saw the ratio go to 16-1 when gold was $800 and silver was $50.
Wow.
So anything approaching that, you're going to score massively.
Yeah, I mean, I could get like 6 ounces, 7 ounces of gold.
Isn't that crazy?
That would be wild, Adrian.
Yeah.
What if that happens?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But if it goes to 200 to 1,
Well, then let's do this. Since we're doing the 1 ounce of gold to silver, then let's also remember how many ounces of silver for the 1 ounce of gold
Right.
to see who does better.
yeah, we'll see who does better. I mean,
Actually, we left one out.
yeah, we can't forget that one. That's going to be the difference maker right there.
101 to 1.
101 to 1. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you doing the deal with me, Harry.
Yeah, I
And,
wish you well on it. Adrian and I, we do this every day and we're neutral on it. We wish everyone well. It doesn't hurt us that you do well because
Yeah.
we're working the margins. So we wish everyone well on their decisions on these things.
In the future, we'll revisit and we'll look back on this video and see how it did.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Silver Dragons.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.